this will be the first of 2 videos on how to get help when you're using Fishbowl. So the first way is to go through the online wiki or the online manual. So let's say I'm in Fishbowl and I'm working in the part module, so materials part, and I'm editing one of my parts, and I have a question on what some of these fields mean here in the part module. So up here in the module toolbar, I can click the help button, and it's going to open up the online wiki, and the page that will be displayed is whatever page I was in Fishbowl. So I was in the part module, and so now I can look over this part page and get my question answered on one of the fields in the part module. So I can probably start looking down here under tabs, where it shows me what all the tabs mean and what all the fields in each tab mean. So let's go back into Fishbowl, and let's say I'm making a sales order and I have a question on how to create a new sales order. So once again, up here in the module toolbar, I can click the help button, and this help button is in every module toolbar. No matter what module I'm in, I'll always find a help button. So I click the help button. Once again, it brings up the wiki, and now it brings up the sales order page because I was in the sales order module when I clicked the button. And then I can come over here and just click on the first one, create a sales order, and it has a step-by-step on how to create a new sales order. So that's probably the quickest and best way to get to the online wiki. Now once you're on the online wiki, you can come over here and click this fishbowl in the top left corner, and it'll take you to the home page of the wiki. So let's say I had a question on importing CSV files, what we did in the last video. And we try to make it as intuitive as we can, but I can come over here to the Getting Started list and click Add Data to Fishbowl, and this gives me some of the information that I went over in the last video. I can import data from QuickBooks, I can import it through CSV files, I can just click the new button and add the information in as needed. If I scroll down a little bit, I have the CSV import tips article that I can read. And also included in this article are all of those import instructions that I was going over in the last video. So if I'm going over the PPVP, or the part product and vendor pricing import, I can click import instructions, and here is a list of everything that we touched on at the end of the last video. So that's another way to use the wiki. So I'm going to go over a few other pages that I find useful and that I frequently give out to customers. The first one is the Advanced Reports page. And so if I just go up to the search bar and start typing in Advanced, I'll get the Advanced Reports page. And what this does is it details every report that comes with Fishbowl and gives me information on how that report can be modified. So a real common one is the sales order summary. So if I come down here to the sales order section, and you'll notice that this is formatted the same way as the reports are in Fishbowl. So if I were to go to the reports module, I have all of these folders, and beneath each one of those folders I have the reports. So if I'm looking here, I have my sales order summary report here into the sales order folder. So on this page, if I go down to the sales order section, here's the sales order section, and come down here I can find my sales order summary. It'll show me a screenshot of the report and all of the filters that I can add. So if I have a question on a report, then I can come here, run this, just look at the Advanced Reports page on the wiki, and it'll show me all the options that I have for that report. Another one is the QuickBooks Journal Entries page. So if I come up here and start typing in QuickBooks, and I go to the QuickBooks Journal Entries page, what we have on here is all the journal entries that Fishbowl is going to make to QuickBooks. So let's say I make a sales order, but it has a service item on it, and I want to know how that service item is going to affect QuickBooks. So I come down here under sales order and click service item, and it's going to show me the T chart and then the transaction detail by account, and then how it's going to show on the invoice. Same with discount items and anything else listed on here. So this is a great place to check on how exactly Fishbowl is going to be hitting QuickBooks for any given function that you do in Fishbowl. The last one I want to go over is the user rights page. So if I come up here and type user rights, it'll redirect me to the access rights page. And then what this article is going over is here in the user group module. This is where we set up what rights everyone has in Fishbowl. And so we have a list of rights for each module. What this page does is it goes over a description of what all the rights actually do. So if I have a question on, well, what about the edit part right? I can come here, it'll give me a description saying that this gives whoever has access to this right will have access to edit any part in the part module. And if I had a question on the sales order access others right, this will let me know that whoever has this right will be able to access sales orders that doesn't list them as the salesman. Without this right, they will only be able to access orders that has listed them as the salesman on those orders. And so the online wiki is a pretty useful tool that you can get to really quickly from Fishbowl just by clicking the help button. And then it'll take you to the wiki where you can get questions answered. If you're having trouble getting your question answered on the wiki, then of course you can always contact Fishbowl support, and that's what we'll be going over in the next video.